Hello and welcome to my Industrialcraft mod spotlight part 3 of 3. This is the one where I will be showing you some of the more advanced things you can do with this mod. Today we're going to be covering stuff like the mining laser, mining drill, diamond drill, jetpack, chainsaw, and some other cool stuff like that. So, first things first, we're going to be using energy crystals today. So, I'm going to start off by showing you how to build one of those, and to make one of those, you need a diamond. Where's a diamond? Come on, there's a diamond. And you also need 8 redstone. Okay, so we go to our crafting table. You can probably work this one out. Diamond goes in the middle. Surrounded with redstone, you get an energy crystal. Now, to charge this energy crystal, you need a crystal charger. And to make one of these, you need 2 generators, which you know how to build. Generator. Probably should have worked this one out first. Generators, here we go. So we need 2 generators. We also need a cable, which is, oh, there it was, there. And we also need 2 glowstone dust. Now, these you put the 2 generators opposite each other like that. Cable in the middle, and glowstone dust on the top and bottom. What have I done wrong there? I haven't done anything wrong. Okay, that hasn't worked. Hang on. Maybe this is the wrong generator, because for some reason there's like 2 of each item in this. Try this one. There you go, that one works. It's just a generator, ignore that. It's a generator. Generator is a generator. So, crystal charger. One of these things. To use one of these, you're going to need something very powerful, like a nuclear reactor to run one of these. In fact, I'm going to show you that in the morning. So, also we'll need some uranium to power our nuclear reactor. So, if you haven't seen how to run the nuclear reactor and how to set it up and everything, go watch the last video. I know it's 40 minutes long, but it's full of lots of good stuff. Okay, hello. So, I'm ballsed up again, and I recorded the rest of this video again with my microphone off. Ah, dear. But I can recover, I think. So, before what we'd done, we had a crystal charger and an energy crystal. So I'm going to give myself some cable. Now, the EMFS unit here is almost full because I put a bit more uranium in this thing. What we're going to do, we're going to connect this to the crystal charger. So how are we going to do that? We're just going to bring wires out from the top. Remember, the power out of these comes out of the bottom or at the top. And then we're going to bring the power back down here and put the crystal charger back down there. Okay, so we put our energy crystal in the top. Okay, and now this is getting power from the MFE. What this will do, it takes quite a while, but this will charge the energy crystal, and once that's done, we'll get one of these out, an energy crystal charged. Now, what you just saw there when I put it in, these things work the same as any generator, so if you put a chest next to them, it will spit finished ones out into the chest. Okay, so what I was going to show you next is, oh, 1 second. I got the wiki open in the background so I can try and work out what's going on. Okay, what bit are we doing next? We'll do this one next. Okay. Next thing I'm going to show you is the mobile charger, because we will need that for a few other things. So to make this we need some cable, and we also need an electronic circuit. So we go into our crafting table, put the electronic circuit in the middle, put cable all around the edge, and we get a mobile charger. Now this thing works like a generator, so you can use it to charge certain things. You put a battery in the bottom and your uncharged device at the top, and instantly you get a charged device out and an uncharged battery. We can't use that for a minute. So next thing we're going to show you is the mining laser. Now this thing is completely and utterly awesome, and to make this you need 3 refined iron, energy crystal. You also need 3 glowstone dust and a stick. The stick is the handle, and refined iron there, glowstone dust there, and energy crystal there. It gives you a mining laser, and because I used a charged energy crystal, I got out of it a charged mining laser. If I were to use an uncharged crystal, I'd have to put this mining laser inside the crystal charger and then to charge it. That's doing fine. Because I filled up the MFE earlier, that's quite happily going to charge this, but I'll probably want to charge it back up again by putting some more uranium in this thing. So this mining laser, this is where I demonstrated it earlier. this thing, you hold right click, by the way, and it shoots out these sort of beams of energy that just carve through anything they touch. And it's so efficient, it's ridiculous. Look at this thing. The only slight downside is it does run out very quickly. Look, it's almost already run out. I'm going to use it till it runs out just to show you how like little it actually lasts. There you go, it's just run out. So look at all the material I got back from it. And if I was down in a mine, that's, you know, if you're strip mining with one of these, that's incredibly efficient. But, you know, there is a lot of energy needed to run one of these. And then you have to put this back in the crystal charger to charge it. So that was the mining laser. Next thing I'm going to show you is the mining drill, which is slightly less advanced. But for this, what we need is a charged battery. We need an electronic circuit. And we need 5 refined iron. So in our crafting table, make like a shell out of refined iron. And electronic circuit at the bottom, battery in the middle. That gives us a mining drill. So this mining drill, it digs through things very quickly, like dirt and stone products. In fact, I think it's faster than any pickaxe. Also, it can't break. It will just run out of power and you have to charge it again. And how we charge this thing is with... Oh, I think you have to... I think it has to completely run out first, so... I'll just give myself an uncharged one. Get rid of that one. Okay, so the way we charge one of these, we need a battery, and then we get our mobile charger, right-click anywhere with it, and it opens this thing, put in our mining drill uncharged, and our rechargeable battery. It did this when I tried to film this before. For some reason, my mobile charger won't work. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, or really what's going on, because, you know, I don't know what's going on. It should work, but it doesn't. But what you can do to charge these, you can put them in any kind of generator. So this counts as a generator, so I could put that in there, put some uranium in there, and that will charge it. You can't charge it with an MFE. You can't charge it with a crystal charger. But if you put it in like a geothermal generator, you can put it in a solar generator up there, put it in a coal generator, anything like that, any generator, and that will be charged. Okay, so the next thing is the chainsaw. Oh, actually, no, first I'll show you that you can upgrade the mining drill, because at the moment it can't dig obsidian, because you need diamond to dig obsidian. But if we put 3 diamonds and our mining drill in the middle, we get a diamond drill. Notice, because this one's uncharged, that one's uncharged. But if I were to just remove this and give myself a charged one, so once you've charged it up by putting it in a generator like this one, or putting it in the mobile charger if you can get yours to work. It might be because of the other mod that I've got on, which is Zeppelin mod, which is actually really awesome. But we're not going to do that. Okay, so this diamond drill, it's slightly quicker, and it can also do obsidian, and it mines obsidian very quickly, so it's very good for getting obsidian. So those were the mining drill. Now we'll get rid of some of this stuff. Next, what we're going to make, we need exactly the same resources again, so 5 refined iron, an electronic circuit, and a battery. And we arrange them in slightly a different pattern. There we go. So it's like this. It's just basically the same thing, but on an angle. And that gives us a chainsaw. Now, if you saw what the mining drill is good at, you can probably guess what this is good at. So if we go up to a tree, this thing just... incredibly fast. It's faster than the diamond axe, which are very fast anyway. And then you have the added bonus of it can't break, it just runs out of power. So once you've built this, that is it. You just have to charge it up again. And to be honest, for the actual cost of charging this thing up, I can't even form an argument against why you wouldn't want one. They're so brilliant. If you can get your mobile charger working and you carry a few charged batteries on you, that mining drill, or the diamond drill, will last a very long time. If you keep charging it up again. Okay, so that was the chainsaw, and you can charge that up the same way that you do with the diamond drill, or the mining drill, by putting it in a generator, or the mobile charger if you can get that thing to work, but it won't work for me. Okay, so the next thing we're going to build... Oh, we're going to build a... wait, what are we going to build? We're going to build this first. Okay. So... what we're going to build next is a bat pack. Okay, so to make that we need 6 batteries, 1 bar of tin, and 2 cables. Okay, and what this thing is, if you're using one of these tools, the backpack will, the tool will draw power from a backpack if you have it on. So instead of using up its own battery, it will draw energy from the backpack. So if I get my chainsaw and use the backpack, you have to hold it in your hand and right click to switch it on. Then you put it in your backpack slot. Now, hopefully, my chainsaw will now use energy. Yeah, there you go. See that? This chainsaw is now full up. It is full up. It's not completely charged because it's just chainsaw. It's not a chainsaw uncharged. It is a chainsaw, so it's full. But it's drawing energy out of the backpack. And the backpack lasts a long time. But I don't think you can... I don't know if you can charge these back up again. Oh, no. You can. They can be charged back up again. But they can only be charged in full MFEs. So, because they take 60,000 energy to charge one. So if we go up to our solar thing... This thing is full, so if we take off our backpack, alright, I'll find an because I think they have to run out completely. Yeah, there you go. So we get our backpack. Ooh, electric minecart. I don't think they're actually working yet, but okay. So we've got our empty backpack. Now, if we put this in here, boom, takes all the power out of that. But now we've got a charged backpack again. So you need to have a full MFE to charge one of these. But okay, that was the backpack. Again, very good for using the diamond drill or mining drill or the chainsaw, because you know they last 6 times longer than a normal battery, and they're just, well, much easier than carrying around a load of stuff with you to charge them up again. So next we're going to build a jetpack. Now these things are pretty awesome. So to make one of these we need 6. Let's get some of this stuff. We need 6 refined iron. We need a tin bar, an electronic circuit, and we also need 1 glowstone dust. So for the glowstone dust there, tin on top of it, electronic circuit, and then the refined iron down the sides, and we get a jetpack. Now this jetpack is empty. To fuel up the jetpack, we're going to actually need to make some fuel. And to make fuel, you will need 5 tin and 3 hydrated compressed coal clumps. And to make that, we need 3 coal dust and 3 buckets of water. Okay, so you get your coal dust, you get your bucket of water, and you get hydrated coal dust. So if you do that with 3 buckets of water, you will get, just get around this, there we go, you will get 3 hydrated coal dust. Now what we do with this coal dust is, nope, oh wait, no, sorry. Okay, this is a compressor here. I changed this out before, but if you put these hydrated coal dust into a compressor, out of it you will get these, which are compressed hydrated coal clumps. I'm going to put them in there. But okay, to make 1 can of fuel, we need 3 of these. So there we go. We got 1. Right. I'll just give myself 2 more to speed this along a bit. Okay, so to make this, we need to make a tin out of tin. Then we put our 3 coal clumps like that, compressed hydrated coal clumps, and we get Clumpy Fuel. Now, if you make 2 of these Clumpy Fuels, notice they have the black lid. The proper fuel has a red lid. I don't know if you can see that properly. I'll try and move the thing out of the way. There we go. So, the red lid on the fuel, but the black one is Clumpy Fuel. You can't use this. What you do, you put these in an extractor, and it extracts all the clumps out of it. Now, I'm going to go to sleep. But what the extractor does, it takes out all the clumps, and it means you can actually use the fuel. So that's good. So we got 1 there, and notice again, as I said, they've got a red lid, and they do stack as well. So what we do to fuel up this jetpack is we put it in there with 2 of these fuel. You can use biofuel or super fuel, but I'm not going to show those in this tutorial because I can't be bothered. You can that gives you something to do on your own, aside from me showing you everything. So what we do with the jetpack, we right click with it to enable it, switch it on, and we put it on as armor. And then when we jump, again, my jetpack doesn't appear to be working. Maybe it's because I've got the fly mod on, like this. This is fly mod. But then I've got my jetpack, just makes me sort of jump higher. I don't know if that's because of the mods I've got on, as I said, but I don't know quite what's going on there. But it's good for jumping higher. Well, it means I can jump up 2 high gaps. Can I jump up 3 high gaps? No. I jump up 2 high gaps. There you go. But I don't know why my jetpack doesn't work. I think it'll be because of the other mods that I've got on. Same reason the mobile charger isn't working. I think. But, you know, I may be wrong. So, you know, tough. Okay, so the next thing we're going to build, we've done our fuel now. Next, we are building... Oh, we'll make an industrial diamond. These things are really cool. Now, to make these, you need a stack of 64 coal to make one industrial diamond. What an industrial diamond is basically a fake diamond. You can use it instead of real diamonds in crafting recipes, but you can only use all real diamonds or all industrial diamonds in a crafting recipe. You can't mix them. So, you know, good for making spades out of. Or energy crystals, because you only need one diamond to make those. But yeah, if you've got an excess of coal, you need to macerate it to give yourself a stack of coal dust. Now, what you do with this coal dust, give me a moment, I'm looking at the wiki because I'm a bit confused. Okay, so you get your coal dust, and you also need 8 flint to make enough. 8 flint. There we go. So you put your flint in the middle, and you surround it with the coal dust, like this. There we go. And what this will give you is 8 coal balls. Now, if you put these coal balls in a compressor, we don't need that anymore, not cable, put the coal balls in a compressor, you'll get, what are these called? Compressed coal balls. That makes sense. Now, when we get these compressed coal balls, we're actually going to need 8 compressed coal balls. So I'm not going to wait for those to finish. I'll give myself 7, and we'll use this one. Compressed coal ball. So we've got 8. Now, you can either make this industrial diamond with a piece of obsidian, an iron block, or a brick block. I'm going to use a piece of obsidian, so if I can find the obsidian, there's obsidian. Okay, so we put the obsidian in the middle, and surround it with compressed coal balls, and we get a coal chunk. Now, we put this thing back in the compressor. Out of this, we will get an industrial diamond, which looks like a real diamond. I'll give myself a real diamond just to compare the two. But this thing looks like a real diamond. It's a bit darker, though. Okay, so we've got our industrial diamond now, and comparing it to this real diamond I've got here, as you can see, it's a little bit darker, but, you know, it looks like a diamond. So we'll get rid of that, and we can use this industrial diamond. I'll demonstrate. I'll make a diamond spade with it, so, or shovel, if you will. But, you know, that's a normal diamond shovel, made out of coal, to make this industrial diamond. So, if you have a massive excess of coal, and you desperately need diamonds, you can do this to make them, but, you know, it's horribly, horribly inefficient. Unless you have huge amounts of coal just lying around. So, that was the industrial diamond. Now, the next thing we're going to build, this is the core. I haven't actually got the page open, but what it basically is a, it's like an energy sort of force field, and it stops stuff from getting to you. Oh, please don't tell me they've taken it off the wiki. They've updated the wiki overnight, and now it's gone. Okay, so I found it on the wiki, and what we're going to build with this, to make this field generator, first of all, we're going to need frequency transmitters. So, to make one of these, we need we need an electronic circuit. We also need an advanced circuit, 3 cables, and 4 redstone to make one of these things. So you put the redstone in the corners, electronic circuit on the top, advanced circuit on the bottom, and cable in the other 3, and that gives us a frequency transmitter. We're actually going to need 2 of these, and they don't stack, by the way, so, you know. Okay, so, field generator, right. To make this thing, we're going to need an advanced machine. Right, one of these. Okay, advanced machine. I can't remember whether I've showed you this before, but I'll do it again. I don't think I have. So, to make one of these, you need a machine, just a refined iron block, yep. You're also going to need advanced alloy, and you're also going to need carbon fibre, or carbon plates, which I will show you how to make now. So to make these, you need some coal dust, and what you do is you combine this coal dust, let's do it in the middle, combine it vertically, and you'll get carbon plates. Now you're going to need 12 carbon plates to make this, so we'll get rid of that. That is 36 coal dust. So, we're going to split this up here, and we get combined carbon fibres. Now, putting these in a compressor, gives you carbon plates, which look like this here. So we're going to need 4 of those, and I'll just wait for this one to finish just to show you. We'll need 4 of those to make this advanced machine. So this advanced machine is fairly resource heavy, but the field generator is just really cool. And there you go, carbon plates. But so what we do, we get our carbon plates, we put them in the 4 corners like this. Advanced alloy goes in these, and the machine goes in the middle, and that gives us an advanced machine. Okay, so we get our advanced machine, we put it in the middle of the crafting table. Frequency transmitters go on each side. We also need a block of lapis lazuli, which is there, and that goes on the top. And then 3 glowstone dust along the bottom. That gives us a field generator. Now, we can't actually use the field generator yet, but, well, we can use it, but we need some other stuff to use it properly, because these things require vast amounts of power, like 2 fully burning nuclear reactors just to like power the bastard. I've still got my jetpack on, so I'm jumping higher. So the more power you give these things, by the way, the bigger the force field is. And there's a thing on the wiki, I suggest you go read that, and it tells you how to work out how much power you need to generate a certain size force field. So our little thing over here isn't going to be powerful enough. So what we're going to build to power this beast is an MFS unit. Now, to make one of these, we need another advanced machine, which is here. And then we need 8 energy crystals. The non-charged ones. Doesn't work with charged ones. So, now we've got an MFS unit. Right. And this thing... Why am I going outside? Don't need to go outside yet. This thing acts like an MFE, you know, these things up here. But it can store 3 million energy units. So 50 times what one of these stores. But then again, 8 diamonds to make one of these, to make 8 energy crystals, yeah, is quite a lot. Not to mention the carbon fiber and the advanced alloy and everything to make one of these. They're very resource heavy. But these things are beasts. But what we use them to charge and discharge, so we need an energy crystal. We also need 3 lapis lazuli. What is that? An advanced machine. Advanced circuit, sorry. And 4 refined iron. Refined iron goes in the corners. Lapis lazuli like this. Advanced machine, advanced circuit on the bottom, sorry, did it again. And we get a lapitron crystal. Now these things store, I think they store 1 million energy each. Yeah. These things store 1 million EU. To charge these, you need an MFS. To discharge them, you need an MFS. So, first of all, you need to connect your MFS to something powerful. So, nuclear reactors and whatever. And then you put your lapitron crystal in the top. Look, 3 million energy. It's ridiculous. So, you power this up from something like the nuclear reactors. Put your lapitron crystal in it. That will charge eventually. Once this reaches 1 million, it will charge that and, you know, spit it out. And that will give us a lapitron crystal with a green light. Red light means it's empty, green light means it's charged. So what we're going to do, we're going to take that one out and get rid of it. And we've got this charged one. So this thing, when we put it in here, there you go, it's put its 1 million energy inside that thing. So what we're actually going to do, I'll put 2 more in it and get rid of these. I'm not sure if they stack, let's find out. They do stack, but not when they're charged. So, okay, so we've filled this thing up with 3 million energy. I'm going to go to sleep, actually. We filled that thing up with 3 million energy. And, you know, you're supposed to do it properly, but I can't be bothered. Now, okay, so the reason we're using one of these MFS things is because they can discharge those lapitron crystals. They're the only devices that can discharge them. But what we're going to do, we're going to get an EC manipulator from... No, it's EC manipulator. Okay, and we're going to set this thing to output 64 EUs a second. So 64 EUs a second, which is the max, okay? Now, we're going to wire this thing to the field generator. So we're going to get our cable. And no, we're not going to do that. We're going to connect this to the field generator, which I'm going to put there. Now, you may notice a force field has formed around us. Now, this thing is what 64 EUs a second produces. So as you can see, they take a lot of energy to build something, you know, good enough. But okay, if I turn on no clip, I think I can get through this thing. Yeah, I can. But if mobs walk into this, they I think I don't know if they die or they just get sort of if they just sort of get pushed back by it. But you know, it doesn't like me going into it. It hurts me when I go into it, and also I can't go through even if I keep walking. I can't actually get through it. But there is a way you can get out of this thing aside from disconnecting it. Okay, if you give yourself a frequency transmitter, you make a frequency transmitter, and you right-click on the field generator with it, it calibrates your frequency transmitter. Now I'm going to take this bit of dirt, and lining myself up with a frequency transmitter, I'm going to walk out this way till we hit this, and I'm going to put a bit of dirt like here, to mark this block. Now, on each axis with the frequency transmitter, so this way, in line with the dirt, that one, there, the one on the other side, the one each side here, so like that one I think lines up with it, on the same like level and same, you know, and then the one directly above it and the one directly downwards, I forget what they're called, but they're the key blocks in this thing. So if we go along here to where our dirt is, and we right click on this, we right click on the bottom one, it opens up a gap in the force field. You see that? It did it. If I right click here, it's now opened up a fairly large gap in the force field, and only opens it up for a few seconds though, so get back in quickly. Look, it's already sealed up again. I right click there, there's no block there anymore. After a few seconds it comes back. It's just long enough to walk through, and that works with any of the blocks on the same axis as it. So if I right click here, it does it, but you can't do it with any other blocks. They have to be the ones in line. So if I right click here, nothing happens, because this one is the special one that allows me to do it. So that is how you can get back in to your force field or get out of your force field. And you have to have calibrated the frequency transmitter by right-clicking on it. If you right-click on a different one, then it will only work for that one's force field. So if you built a base with this and you're playing on multiplayer, only you could get into it using your frequency transmitter. But look at the energy this thing is using. Now, that's maybe not a lot, but think about it. 64 EUs a second. That's more than 3 nuclear reactors running all the time, just to produce something this big. The biggest you can get this thing is if I had 4 of these discharging at once, all straight into the frequency transmitter through like a switch cable or something. And that would provide it with the biggest force field it can get, which is 63 by 63 blocks. So that is huge. That's like 31 either side of this thing. So in fact, let's work out with it. I'm going to break this cable, so it turns our force field off. There you go, sort of faded away. It's got a coil effect. Because what block are we on here? We're on 202. So if we go over here to 233, okay, so it would reach out this far from our frequency transmitter. So imagine this in a big square, sort of around like, you know, there maybe. That is how big you can possibly get this force field. But as I said, to power that, you'd need 12. You need you need 13 nuclear reactors running constantly. So that would only really work on multiplayer if basically all you did was mine. So, mine for uranium. But, you know, it's possible to do. But I'm not going to demonstrate that today because it is a bit ridiculous. So, that is the frequency transmitter. That is just about wraps up this video. I think that's about the last thing I was going to show you. So that was the advanced stuff in Industrialcraft. As I said in the last video, the best way to learn how to play this mod is to watch these videos, then go download it yourself, and just have a play around with it. Use too many items. Why am I doing that? Use too many items, and just have a play around with the stuff. Try and make some of the stuff that I've showed you. Look on the wiki, which link to that will be down in the description, as it was for the last video. And thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.